Hello, hello, and welcome back to another part of Call of Cthulhu. This is my fourth stream of this game. We're going to be doing chapters 7 and 8 this stream. Should take about 2 hours because each chapter is about an hour. So let's get into this. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins. As a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce, after a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the Nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit. Oh, thank you very much. My dad picked it out for me. Thought it was a bookstore, not a library. Maybe it's a library that's just called the Nameless Bookstore. We'll see. I hate how long this game takes to load, though. I finally got my hot chocolate. Nothing quite like scary games and hot chocolate. Come on, load. I want to play. Am I gonna have to, like, reboot it? I am so sorry that it's taking forever to load. I don't know why it's taking much longer than usual. How is everyone's night tonight? Y'all doing okay? I'm monitoring chat on my phone, so... It's going okay. What are you guys planning on being for Halloween? Okay, come on. Why is this taking so long? Slept all day? That is a mood. That's me like half the time. But recently I got back into streaming, so can't exactly do that unless I want to do only nighttime streams. Which lately I've been doing mostly nighttime streams because spooky. Okay. Is it not gonna load anymore? Gasai. Who's that? Let me look. Oh, the chick from Future Diary. Interesting. You would look great as Raven. See, I haven't seen Future Diary. It's on my list, but I've got so many other things I'm watching right now that I need to continue to catch up on. God, am I gonna have to completely reboot the game? You know what? That's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna change it to intermission. Close the game. Sorry about the technical difficulties, guys. Until we get it working, let's just have some conversation. Okay, let's see. No. Okay, why does Task Manager look different? No, I wanna click Call of Cthulhu. Okay. Future Diary is really good. I will definitely have to look into it then. Let me know if y'all can hear and see it, because usually I do my checks before I start, but now I can't exactly do that since the stream has started. So just let me know if y'all can hear and see it. There we go. Bet. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't take as long this time. And I don't know if y'all noticed, the theme thing that I'm using in OBS is the same. Like, it's based on this game, which I thought was perfect. Oh, I never even realized that Cthulhu was right there. I just thought it was him looking out over the sea. He's big. Okay, load game. Let's see if it works this time. Well, it's already farther than last time. There we go. Perfect. A little too big, yeah. And I don't know how many people are in the stream right now because the app I'm using doesn't tell me how many are in the stream. For those that haven't been here before, how I usually do it is, with this, is I will do a chapter, and before the next chapter starts, I will take a pause, do a break, like about a 10-minute break so that me and anyone watching at home can get a snack, get a drink, go to the restroom, whatever you need to do, and then we could come back and continue playing. And usually second half of the stream, that's when I have my snack. Here we go. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Where's the bookseller?
Phone goes to the side.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Okay. This practical work written by Sigmund Freud, for psychologists, describes the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. Analysis must follow several rules, especially that of free association, a principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century. It treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe that that was fucking creepy. This just fucking fell. How did it fall? That's spooky. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares. That was fucking creepy.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Did I get the first volume of that? Wait, wrong button. Where... That's volume 2. I never got volume 1. I must have missed it. There's volume 2, there's volume 3, and there's volume 4. Yeah, I missed volume 1 somewhere. Somewhere very early in game. Oh, I have 2 character points. Perfect. Yes. And with, just in case you didn't know, with this game, I will allow backseating and suggestions and audience participation in general, especially if there's a choice I have to make. I welcome it and encourage it. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th... Is that a typo or is that intentional? 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Let's continue to look around. Oh, bet. I got to refill my lantern. It's like amnesia. Another one. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up until then, the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returned support with a gigantic creature on board. Supposedly a whale, but I don't think it was a whale. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. I'm like 90% sure that wasn't a whale. That was either Cthulhu or one of his children or some shit. There. Okay, making sure I got everything. Don't want to miss anything. Okay, should I go up there? Or should I go... Oh wait, there's not much over here, so... Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting it together, this collection. There we go. Going back to refill my oil one more time.
What happened here?
Uh-oh. Before I go into reconstruction mode. Okay. At least the least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustration of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have a strong heart with a detachment proper to doctors to consult the pages. What is that?
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
Well, you already touched it. Is that a draft I hear? Oh, that's not a draft. That's some bullshittery. It's oddly peaceful.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Oh.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
What is oddly peaceful? The game?
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
How the fuck do you know that they were tall? Just because of the size of their foot? That doesn't mean shit. You could be short with big feet or tall with small feet. Anything over here? No.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals?
Those aren't animals, those are bugs.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
It's the symbol that was on the knife. And in the cell at the asylum.
What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
You've seen it multiple places.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Is it supposed to be glitching like that? Like even the audio? Why is it
Sarah
rejecting
Hawkins helped
him?
hide something in the safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
I feel like there's more to find.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby. Known as the Nightmare Lyrics, this collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. Derby was only 18 years old. This volume of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and the supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Wait, that's 4.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
That's 9.
Arkham Editions.
2.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
1.
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions.
That's
Never heard of
7.
him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham
Wait.
Editions. Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there
There
in
were
this collection?
9. Okay, so it's a puzzle. Wait.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
That's what I asked last time. Because it seems like everyone has a bottle of
What
sleeping
link
pills.
did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Wait.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother, if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. I'm gonna need my notepad for this, aren't I? Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of the safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents. If you will act accordingly, in any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. Okay, so I gotta find 3 cylinders. There's the
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay, where is a phonograph? There it is.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Wait.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail
Things are not looking good.
from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it.
Ah.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and
How
my
many
will
white
strengthens
pieces?
as my apprehension grows.
1, 2,
We
3.
shall refuse to be the
It's either
playthings of
3
destiny.
or 4. If you count the queen.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Volume 9. Is there anything special about Volume 9?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
So it's probably just 9. Five. Let's go with 4. Is that correct? No. 3. There, it was 3, not 4, because you don't count the queen. Keeping my notepad out, just in case. The fuck? Ho ho ho. Spooky. Who are all those people? I'm back in the fucking... Ah! Well, that's one chapter down. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lie inside, irresistibly attracted to the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Okay, so I'm not there. My mind is in someone else's body. Well, since one chapter is done, what we're going to do is probably get through any opening cutscene, then stop and take our break. That was a quick chapter. That was only 30 minutes. Not even, because we had technical difficulties at the beginning. That's weird. That was a really short chapter. I mean, I guess it makes up for it because it took me a lot longer to do the asylum chapter. What's it called? In this last stream, because it was a lot of hiding and sneaking and all that. So just waiting on this to load. Maybe I'll get through 3 chapters tonight if the next one is as short as this one was. You know what? I'm just gonna switch to the break screen and then just not press any buttons so that we don't accidentally trigger any cutscenes yet. So I'm going to take my break. We're gonna come back in about 10 minutes. Let me set my timer. And I'll see y'all then. And we are back. We had some technical difficulties. I had to restart the game, so let's see how far into chapter 7 it put me. And even if I have to restart it completely, it's a short chapter. We just won't have another break. Almost done loading. Okay, so it's just the end thing. I can skip that. It's just that end cutscene. I'm really sorry this is taking so long, guys. If this doesn't resolve soon, we might have to end stream here. Because I don't want y'all to be waiting forever. How long have I been live? Let's see. About an hour. So it's been like 20 minutes of loading. Here we go. Finally.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Okay. So, what do we want to do?
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told, after inhaling chemicals.
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Did you inject him with a tranquilizer?
No, Doctor. Not me, not anyone. Our stock is empty, yet again.
Again? But there was enough for the whole island.
More and more people are suffering from insomnia. We can't refuse to help.
Of course.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky. 30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Hang on. There we go.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
No, you
are
dumb
a brilliant
fuck.
physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
Okay.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
Okay.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Let's explore this place.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation.
A what?
Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Gotta stay hydrated.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
Wait. Why is she here?
Mrs. Sanders?
She looks like a doll.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney. What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Why don't you take it?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination. He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Ha!
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Okay.
Where did my fiancée go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory. Please, the fewer interruptions there are, the faster I'll be finished.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood.
There is
Anything
such a
else?
mixed bag of
As a matter of
accents
fact,
here.
yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
Okay.
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Dr. Colden.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
That's Fuller's office, so let's explore the rest of the place before that. There's not much left to explore.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the... answer is no. He mentioned she doesn't dare say a thing.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while. Just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Watch out for the water, Doctor.
Ooh, the kitchen. Can I cook some soup?
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Oh, fuck. There's closets to hide in again.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this
I have
that
little
Nurse
time for you,
Donovan?
Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Can I open his office?
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
No, but rest. I will...
Distract Donovan. Cut off the water. Probably gonna need to get down to the boiler room.
The key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the
It's
one who pays.
temperamental, if I
What
understand
a
correctly.
pest.
Okay, how do I get down to the boiler room? Nope.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Let's go find something. Janitor's over here now. So... hang on. Where was that room that I couldn't go in before? Here. There's literally nothing in here. Oh, maybe I could have taken that. Whatever that is.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion. It's temperamental.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
At last, the missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders. Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something. Patient files. I was right.
Conclusions, session number 17. Patient, Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what he calls beliefs.
This finger belonged to a woman. Why keep it here?
Peculiar illusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Sorry about that.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. To explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set them all in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of this. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. Why is Ethan on medication? I must go back to the basement. I should go another way.
He's gonna pop out right here, isn't he? Nope. Something's gonna pop up, something's gonna pop up, something's gonna pop up. That's a lot of blood.
Ah, now I knew I could count on your scientific... It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Well, shit.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
It's the crazy guy from the pub.
Talk, filthy thief. Oh, I swear I'll shoot.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colton. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait! No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yes or no? Do I help? Do I accept his help or no? Up to y'all. Just getting some stuff cleaned up while I wait for an answer. Accept his help?
All right. All right.
This will affect your destiny.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Well, shit. And that's chapter 9. That was chapter 8. Now we're going on to chapter 9. I think I'll stop at chapter 8. I'm going to continue with the 2 chapters per stream. Except for the last one, which will have 4 chapters. Yeah, I am really enjoying this. Let's let it load up before I sign off. And I'll read that when I boot up the game again tomorrow. Yeah, this is one that's like the original Asylum chapter where you gotta sneak around and shit. So
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
here we go. Return to main menu. So back to this app. So this is going really well. I'm having a lot of fun and I hope you guys are enjoying it like I am. I'm gonna come back with it tomorrow, do another 2 chapters, and then we're gonna finish up on Monday on Halloween. Until then, you can check out my other socials. I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Later.